Hi, Mr. Johan. Can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Johan. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Johan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Miss, I can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon, Miss Honey, Mr. Johan. How are you all today?
Good afternoon, Miss. I'm fine.
You're fine, Miss Honey. Is it cloudy at your place?
Yeah, Miss, it's cloudy.
Oh, it's cloudy too. Let me share the same weather.
I think yeah now, Miss.
Because
Last
the
week
last,
we have
yeah,
different weather.
yeah, very different. So I was like, it's not cloudy over there. Um, Say, Mr. Johan, do you live near uh your workplace, or is it commute to go there?
I live near my workspace.
I see. So it's basically uh not too far from your home, so you don't have to spend hours in the traffic.
My hometown actually in Malang, Miss. So
Uh, but you and your family lives in. Oh, you don't bring your family to
no, Miss.
see.
I live alone here.
Sorry to hear that. Hi, Miss Honey. Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss
Uh,
T.
how are you, by the way?
I'm good.
You're
How
good?
about you?
I'm feeling well, thank you so much. Although it's very hot over here. It's
Mm,
yeah, it's cloudy, but it's very hot. So I suppose rain is coming soon.
my room is very cold.
the the pleasure of working at the office.
Yes.
Miss Honey, I was asking Mr. Johan earlier whether he lives near the work, his workplace. How about you? Do you live near your workspace?
About 15 minutes from
Of
my room. My house.
so it's also near.
Yes.
I do agree that it's better for us to work near the place that we live, or at least we live near the place that we work the other way.
Mm.
So we don't have to spend time commute. Okay, Miss Hanifa. Okay, sure, Miss Hanifa. Zoom everyone. Yes. Okay. So, speaking of workspace, workstation, workplace, last session you talked about your um, works. Hang on, who is this? Wait. Sunny is here. Oh, Miss Sarah. Hello, Miss Rani.
Hello, Miss.
Okay, welcome back. I didn't see you last session, so the last week, sorry, not last session, the last week. So welcome back to the class. Hello, Miss Sarah.
Hello, Miss Becky.
Are you feeling well?
I am
Yeah.
feeling good.
So the last session you talked about life at your work, life at work, with Mr. Yasri. I was asking Mr. Johan and Miss Hani earlier about the place, sorry, their home or the place that they live, whether it's near or far from the office. How about you, Miss Sarah and Miss Rani? Do you live near the office?
No,
How far away
I'm
is it?
uh, at least 30 minutes from my home, my house.
30 minutes, I see. So that's a bit far. How about you, Miss Rani?
Take for 5 minutes
Oh,
to. It's very close with my.
the best then. So now that you talked about the home or your homes, I wonder, what do you feel about working at the office? I bet, not I bet, I guess most of you now are required to work at the office instead of at home. Yeah. Or is it more flexible there that you can actually choose to go to the office or not?
It must at office, Miss.
It must be at the office. So what do you feel about it? Hello, Miss Yus. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Tati.
So I was asking what you actually feel about your office, because the last session you already talked about life at work with Mr. Yasri. So do you think it's especially like Miss Sarah, because she has to commute for about half an hour every day, 1 hour? Do you think it's stressful? Miss Rani, Mr. Johan, Miss Honey, feel free to say your opinion. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry. What do you think?
For me, working at office enjoys me because if I work at home, I feel bored and don't know what to do. See, if we are at office, we have friends to talk to, and we know what we should doing at that day. Yes.
I see. So you actually enjoy working at the office. Is it because your office or the workspace is how do you say this one? Uh, a rewarding place, or just because you feel rewarded by meeting your colleagues? Just for meeting your colleagues.
One of them because of it, Miss.
Okay, there.
Another because my office is near close with my course maybe, so it's not stressful enough for me.
I see. Thank you for sharing that, Miss Rani. Miss Yus, Miss Sarah, how about you? What do you feel? Miss Hani and Mr. Johan?
Sometimes very stressful.
Miss Yus, so sorry, your voice is breaking. What do you think about your life at work? Stressful?
Sometimes very stressful.
But do you have supportive colleagues? Or
Yes, Miss Sarah.
oh,
We work at the
Sarah
same
is
department.
my college.
Because sometimes if you don't have supportive colleague, it feels double the
Yes.
trouble. Like somebody would stab you from behind. You will get yeah. So, Miss Sarah, do you feel the same as Miss Hughes?
Yes, it's really, I think I prefer going to work uh, this, because I live alone,
Mhm.
and in there's a really supportive colleague in my in my department.
In your department.
Yes, so it's really what is enjoyable to
Ah,
work here.
I see.
The workload is not really
Not too
what
demanding.
is, yes.
Okay.
It's really flexible also.
Oh, but oh yeah, you are working in the finance department, right?
Yes.
Mm-mm. How about the ones that have to face the students? Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Johan, what do you think? Is your work demanding or what?
I think it's more challenging, Miss.
Oh, nice choice of word. Okay, it's
Uh,
more challenging.
because I think maybe basically I'm in science positive background,
Mhm.
but actually I want to develop my what is it soft skills.
Social skill.
uh, yeah, like that. So when I have to face student lecturers and colleague here, I think it's one for my development.
I see. So it is more challenging than demanding. That's according to Mr. Johan. Miss Annie, Miss Miss Chacha, what do you think about your work life at work? Is it demanding, challenging, stressful maybe?
I think demanding, but we have supportive colleague here.
Oh yes, student support center.
Very demanding.
Very demanding. Um, do you actually have what the rush hours, like where
Mm,
students just came in like without stop and without stopping?
yes,
When is
something
the
like that.
rush? When is or are the rush hours? In the morning, in the at noon, or oh, Miss Honey? Oh, Miss Honey is having connection trouble. Miss Chacha, are you there? Can you hear us? Everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, it is Miss Honey and okay, back with Miss Honey. Miss Honey, when are the
Yes,
rush
miss.
hours? What time are they?
Mm,
In the morning or at noon, maybe?
Usually start from 9 until 4 p.m.
Boo! So all work hours are rush hours.
except rest hour
Break time. Okay.
break
Unless it's
time.
break time. Oh, I see. Got it. So students keep coming then. Is it
Yes.
rewarding though for you?
Um, I think no.
It's not rewarding enough. Okay.
Uh,
So
salary.
oh, you want more salary because sometimes rewards come in different types of things.
Oh
Like
no, same salary.
mm, for example, like Mr. Johan said that one of the rewards of working with students is actually he can develop his social skills. So it is, I think, a reward for working with students, probably. Okay, so Miss Honey said it's not quite rewarding. Miss Chacha, how about you? Life at work, what do you think?
Hello, Miss.
Hello, Miss Chacha. What do you think about your life at work? Is it challenging, demanding?
Mm, challenging, maybe. Mm,
Why is it challenging for you? Do you, I don't know, what do you think is the challenges? Are the challenges? Sorry.
yeah,
Pardon, Miss Chacha? Miss Chacha, I cannot hear you.
hello, Miss.
Okay. What what are
I
the
think
challenges?
challenging because it's different about it's different uh, with my background education.
Oh, what's your background anyway?
Informatic.
Mm, so information and technology, IT.
Yes.
Hmm. And now you have to deal with Miss Chacha. What do you have to deal with now?
Student,
Pardon, surveys?
student.
Oh, students.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, so uh, see, sometimes it is the same workspace, the same work place, but because we are all different people, we feel differently about our workplace, about the life at work. So I gathered from Mr. Yasri that you haven't done practice 5. Have you? Not yet?
I think we have, Miss.
Oh,
Practice
you.
5.
Oh, okay. Because Mr. Yasri said that you completed practice 4 the other day. Or if
Oh,
you have completed practice 5, then we'll move on to focus on communication. Okay, so as you can see, we are going to ask about and describing working atmosphere. You already did some of them earlier when I asked you about what you feel. This time, we're also going to add showing interests and asking for and giving opinions. So if you take a look, there are bold letters here. Uh, this one, what do you think? Oh, I cannot use that. Okay, hang on. What do you think about this one? Is it showing interest, asking for opinion, giving opinion, or asking and describing working atmosphere? It's nice to work with them. Is it this one,
Showing interest.
showing interests, or asking for and giving opinions? Anyone? It's nice to work with them. What do you think?
showing interest, Miss.
Showing interests. Got it. If you can scroll down, what else can we say to show interests besides it's nice to work with them?
That's interesting.
That's interesting. Okay. Anything else?
It will be refreshing.
It will be refreshing. Is it? Showing interest. This one. I'm interested in. Okay. And then this part is, I find blah, 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 blah. I find my co-working space to be quite interesting. Okay. How about this one? Oh, so sorry. I keep moving around. From my point of view, what do you think that is?
Giving
Giving
opinion.
opinion.
Giving opinion, thank you. What else can we say besides from my point of view? You can check the one below. From my point of view, and then I strongly believe, as far as I'm concerned, I'd say, I must say that's interesting. Okay, so that's those are the things that you can use to give opinions. Now let's practice with this. Okay, I'm going to ask a question and you need to answer it with the preamble of these giving opinions. I strongly believe, from my point of view, as far as I'm concerned, I'd say, I must. Okay, so the question is, do you think, this is what your life at work, do you think your colleague is, oh, but Miss Sarah and Miss Yus already answered this. No problem, the others haven't answered this. Do you think your colleagues at work are supportive? Miss Rani, your opinion?
I strongly believe that my colleague is supportive me. It support me.
My colleague is supportive.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rani. Miss Ita is here. Hi, Miss Ita. Good afternoon. Miss Amel
Good
too.
afternoon.
Hello, Miss Amel.
Hello, Miss.
Miss Honey, what do you think about your colleague?
Mm, From my point of view, my colleague is very supportive.
Everyone is saying my colleague is very supportive. Okay. Uh, I'm going to change the question. Everyone is answering. My colleague is very supportive. Okay.
But still,
Okay. But it's true? True.
yes.
Miss Amel, Miss Ita, do you have a particular view on your life at work? Is it stressful? Is it demanding, challenging? I haven't asked the question to you, so
Yeah. From my point of view, um, my life at work sometimes is challenging.
not demanding.
I'm not sure. No, I
Okay.
think it's not. Yeah.
Challenging. Got it. Thank you. How about Miss Ita?
Uh, as far as I'm concerned, my work is not stressful, but engine to fulfill other department needs.
So you think it's not, sorry, it's not stressful and it's engaging?
Engaging, yes, to fulfill other department needs.
To fulfill other departments' needs. Thank you, Miss Amel and Miss Ita. So in this conversation, we have Lydia and Joan, sorry. Do you think they are colleagues or just friends?
They just
They are
friends.
just friend.
They are just friends, so they don't
Oh,
work in the same company?
Yeah,
yes.
it's not applicable for our office.
Okay, so because you said it's not applicable for our office. Thank you. Now, I need two people to volunteer and read this part. Lydia, Joan. Okay, Miss Yus, go ahead. Miss Yus has a meeting. So Miss Chacha, Miss Amel, Miss Ita, Mr. Johan, Miss Sarah, Miss Rani, Miss Honey, Lydia and Joan.
I can, Miss.
To be Lydia or Joan, Miss Rani?
I'm Lydia, and maybe Mr. Johan will be Johan.
You are pointing other people, okay?
Thank you, Ran. Thank you very much.
Go ahead then. Oh, Lydia Johan, ya, astagfirullah. So sorry. Hang on. Miss Rani. Okay. Go ahead then, Miss Rani and Mr. Johan.
How are your department staff members?
Oh, it's nice to work with them. They are very supportive.
I'm interested in ways to create a less stressful working environment. Any idea?
We can create lunch work groups. Employees can take a leisure walk around the office for half an hour.
Well, from my point of view, it's not applicable for our office. There's no park around here, and I believe some people can stand the heat outside.
You're right. What you're saying about providing a nap room here, a place where employees can take a short nap.
Nap room? Hmm, that's interesting, but it requires us to renovate our office, which will not happen in the near future.
Let's provide games then. Simple ones like a board game, a dartboard, and cards. So everyone can take some time off work. It will be refreshing.
What kind of games do you have in mind?
I'd say with better as the employees. After all, they are the ones who are going to play.
Thank you, Miss Rani and Miss Johan. Miss Johan, Mr. Johan, so sorry. So we have some things here that we need to review. By the way, do you still stand to your opinion that Lydia and John are just friends? Are they colleagues?
Colleagues, I think.
Colleagues, yeah. They are actually colleagues because they're talking about the same work space to provide games. Uh, I have 4 words that I would like to review. Not words, actually, 4 things. The first one is this. Since the question is a WH question, the intonation should be up and down. Okay, so it goes like this. Miss Rani, could you please repeat the first part?
How are your department staff members?
It's still going up. Members? It's like this. How are your new department staff members? Could you repeat it, please? How are your new department staff members?
How are your department staff members?
There you go. So the intonation actually goes down, dipping to the low part. And then this one, it is correct to say interested. It is correct. However, if you want to sound like a native speaker, it's always best if you just say 3 syllables. Interested. So instead of interested for, we actually say it in 3 syllables. Interested. Okay. So we cut this part. Interested. The same thing with this. If you want to make it sound native, you don't say interesting. How do we say it then?
Interesting.
Thank you. Interesting. There you go. And then this part. It is, Mr. Johan already said it quite true. However, the SH part needs to be stressed more. So instead of refreshing, shing, it needs to be very sh. The sh sound needs to be clear. So it will be refreshing. Mr. Johan, could you please repeat that?
It will be refreshing.
There, thank you so much, Mr. Johan. Miss Rani too. So there you go. We have 4 things here, and those are the way we pronounce them. Now, let's take a look at this part. Okay. If this is what we are going to do in the breakout room, you are going to work with a partner. There would be 4 breakout rooms, 8 people. You are going to think of a way to make your life at work more interesting. In Lydia and John conversation, they talked about giving time to walk around the office, and then actually a nap room, and then a playroom or something. But maybe you have other ideas with your colleague. What can you do to make your life at work more interesting? Okay. Maybe like, wait, I forgot. Who said the last session that you would like a pantry full of snacks and so on? Somebody actually said that a pantry full of snacks and drinks would be fine for the office. So maybe something like that. Okay, so I'm going to put you in the breakout room. Please create a short conversation like Lydia and John, where you actually ask and describe working atmosphere. And then you ask about an opinion. Only one will be fine, giving an opinion. And then you also state interest. Okay? It doesn't have to be this long. Maybe you want to make it simpler. It's totally fine. Basically, there are 4 things that you need to put there: asking about and describing working atmosphere, stating interest, giving and asking for opinions, and an idea to improve life at work. Okay, so 4 things. Miss, who just came in? Miss Hanifa just came in. Oh, okay. So Miss Hanifa, you will work with 2 of your colleagues because, well, it should be partners, but since you don't have any, oh, you will work with me then. Okay, Miss Hanifa will work with me because she just came in. I'm going to create 4 breakout rooms. Okay. Miss Hanifa. Wait, hang on. Miss Hanifa, please don't go to the breakout room, okay? You will be in the main room with me. We are going to work together. The others, please go to your breakout room. Hold B to, oh, hang on. Hold B. Okay, so Miss Hanifa, we are going to create a short conversation following Lydia and Joan. In this part, they're actually talking about a way to improve life at work. So we are going to use these expressions.
Yes.
So do you want to be Lydia or Joan? The one that start the conversation or the one that respond?
I want to be one that respond.
Responds, okay. So Ms. Hanifa, how is your
Yes.
new department?
It's I think it's a demanding
Hmm.
situation in a new department.
What are the challenges?
Yeah, but it's challenging because we responsible for collecting data and our organization achievement, and there I think to we've been struggle to coordinate all units in UISI. So
report their achievement.
Achievement.
Yes,
What-
annual achievement.
What do you think can lessen your stress then? What do you think can lessen the stress in your department then?
Pardon me, I didn't catch you.
Okay. What do you think can lessen the stress in your department?
Can
Lessen.
lesson.
Mhm.
Lesson.
Lessen as in mengurangi.
Oh, I think we can recruit in my partner. I think
More colleagues.
yes, more colleagues in my department. I'm alone staff.
Oh.
Yes,
See.
with many workloads and many job decks. I have 3 main job decks. Oh no, workloads. I have 3 main workloads. First, I coordinate. What do you say? Mengkoordinasi.
Coordinate.
Coordinate all
Mhm.
units in UISI for create program kerja. What you say program kerja?
Work program.
Yes, annual program, and then the second is I have to evaluate every monthly report they work, and then I have to and the third my responsible for
Responsibility.
preparing accreditation. Yes, I have a
Mm.
responsibility for preparing our
Accreditation.
organization accreditation. Yes,
Got it.
I'm lonely, Miss. Sorry.
Miss
I
Honey,
have
hang on,
meeting.
Miss Honey.
Oh,
Miss
alright,
Honey, I forgot that Miss Yus excused herself to have a meeting with another department. So I put you in the. That's why you were in the breakout room alone. So I just remembered Astaghfirullah. Yeah, that's why Miss Yus is here. So Miss Honey and Miss
waiting.
Hanifa, please work together while
All
Miss.
right.
Yeah. So sorry, Miss Honey, I forgot.
It's
I'll go
okay.
to the other breakout rooms so you can work together. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh ya udah. Oh ya udah. Berarti nitip ke Rido dulu ya kelompoknya. Nggak apa-apa. Nanti tolong dikabari kepraktikannya biar nggak bingung.
Iya Pak, sudah.
Sip. Rido udah dikasih tahu.
Sudah.
Oke. Maka. Iya hati-hati.
I thought Mr. Johan was talking to Mr. Chan, so I was like, why
Sorry,
is it in Indonesian?
Dera, my students here, Miss.
Okay, got it. No problem. So have you prepared the conversation? Mr. Johan, Miss Chacha, have you got the conversation ready?
I think it's a half, Miss.
A half, okay.
Okay.
I'll go to the other breakout room then.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Kurang 1 menit.
Sorry, mistake.
Indonesian. I thought you speaking Indonesian. But you do have finished your practice. I suppose you already have your conversation ready?
Not yet.
Not yet. I thought because you're talking, it's only 1 more minute, you are ready. Okay then.
We're still.
Remember, it is still 1 minute, 30 seconds, and then there's another extra 1 minute before you can actually go to the main room. Okay. So I'll go to the other room then.
At Villa, so the
employee can comfortable gitu ta with the place. It's 60 seconds.
Okay. Oh, by the
Yes,
way,
gitu Mbak. Terus
sounds
kamu bilang
cool.
villa, terus Mbak bilang
Mm.
villa, that's interesting. Gitu
Mm.
ay.
Interesting, Miss Rani.
Interesting, sorry. Interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
interesting.
interesting.
Okay.
Nah, terus aku ya, terus kita ya provide with event lainnya gitu aja.
Mm-mm.
It,
Okay. So, Miss Hani, Miss
Lebih
Hanifa.
ke itu Mbak Singgalan 45.
Oh, Miss Yus is back.
No, I think she forgot to mute her voice
Oh, I see.
in Zoom.
Okay, I'm muting Miss Yus then. I thought she is back.
Hello, Audie. Hello, Audie.
Miss Audie is there. Wait, I
Yeah.
thought wait, Miss Audie, what are you? You are working in the library. Why are you there with Miss Rani?
I'm taking the water.
Oh, there's always an excuse to leave the workspace.
Yes.
it can be take the water, it can be take a pee, it can be
Okay then.
So many.
I think everyone is back. Ah, they're finally Miss Sarah is back. Okay, so is everyone ready with their conversation? Not yet. Jing, 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 jing. Nobody wants to volunteer. The common problem. Do I have a volunteer? Oh, Miss Rani will volunteer. Yeah, thank you, Miss Rani. Miss Rani and Miss Amel, go ahead then.
Okay. Halo, Mas Rani.
yeah, Miss Amel,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay.
Miss Audie.
Don't let her come into your office anymore.
Okay, Miss Amel, sorry.
Okay. Hi, Miss Rani. How are you? How are your new department staff members?
Oh, hi, Miss Amel. It's nice to work with them. They are very supportive.
Interested in is to create a less stressful work environment. Any idea?
We can help gathering event for employee. Maybe it can be held at beach.
Well, from my point of view, it is not a proper place for gathering, and I believe some people can't stand the heat.
You're right. What you're saying about maybe gathering at villa, so the employee can comfortable with the place.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
Maybe we can make some game at villas so the employee can make a bonding one with another one.
What kind of games do you have in mind?
Maybe we can make at the villa so the employee can what's like that improve what game we can do at the villa.
Good idea, I think.
Okay, Miss.
Thank you.
Thank
Miss
you.
Rani.
Yeah.
Okay, nice conversation, Miss Rani and Miss Amel. Nice idea as well. When you said that the beach was probably too hot for everyone. Okay, so Miss Rani, I have one thing. You already said interesting nicely in the breakout room, sorry. But the other word, comfortable. So instead of comfortable, it's better to say comfortable. Comfortable. So we actually cut the R and the O, comfortable. Okay. And then other than that, I think it's a well-rounded conversation. Well done, Miss Rani and Miss Amel. Thank you so much for the advice. Nice one, gathering. I like it. Could you please choose 2 colleagues?
Maybe the one who smile at
Miss
the.
Hanifa.
Yes, you know, you're right, Miss.
Okay, Miss Hanifa and Miss Hani, are you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we will try.
we'll try.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Rani. I think you like me so much.
And then Miss Hanifa will record your achievement as a bad achievement this month.
Yes, of course. Hello, Rani. Glad to see you here.
Hello, Miss Adva. How are your new department staff members?
Oh, actually, I have no new department staff member because I'm alone in my department. You know?
Oh, really?
Yes. How about you, Miss Honey? How about you?
Same. We don't have a new staff member in here.
How about your colleague? Colleague right now. Are they supportive or maybe what's your opinion?
From my point of view, they are very supportive because I was sick, but I decided to still work. They support me. First yourself like that.
Miss Hanifa?
Hello.
Hello. I can hear your voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you repeat? Could you repeat?
Sure.
Could you repeat it?
Yes. From my point of view, they are very supportive because when I was sick, but I decided to still work, my friend always support me.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I hope every day I have a new partner in my department, so I can feel you right now. Thank you, Miss Annie, for sharing me.
Anytime, Miss Anifa.
Okay, thank you, Miss Hani and Miss Hanifa. They actually had the churchill session here.
Yes, I think.
Okay, so by the way, Miss Hanifa, you can always add your opinion about it, that you need a new colleague in your department. You didn't say that you need, you actually just say, I hope, instead of, I think, in my point of view, we need a new colleague in my department.
Okay.
Okay, when you hope and you actually state opinion, it's 2 different things. Because when you say, I hope, blah, 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 this is also for meetings. When you actually go into a meeting and you say, saya harap, or I hope, something like that, it is actually not a straight to the point opinion. It is a camouflage of, yeah. So it for me personally, it's always better if you just go straight to the point with your opinion. So
I think so.
In my point of view.
Okay, Steady.
Thank you, Miss Hanifa and Miss Hani. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Please choose a colleague.
Miss Hani, choose.
We have Miss Caca, Mr. Johan, or Miss Ita and Miss Sarah.
Miss
Mr. Johan.
Mr. Johan. Okay, Mr. Johan and Miss Caca, are you ready?
Okay, Miss. Caca, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hello, Miss Caca. How are you?
Miss Johan, I love Johan. And what about you?
I'm fine too. How is your coworkers?
They are
supportive, kind, and friendly. So it makes my work fun. And what do you think about your colleague, Mr. Johan?
Sorry, Miss, I have to take the call.
Okay, Mr. Johan, understood. Okay. Miss Ita and Miss, who is Miss Ita's partner? Miss Amel? No?
Miss Sarah.
Miss Sarah, Miss Sarah. Okay, so sorry, Miss Sarah. Miss Ita and Miss Sarah, could you please take over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Sarah. How are your department staff member?
Hi, Miss Ita. Oh, it's nice to work with them. They are very supportive and cheerful. What about you, Miss Ita?
Um, because I'm only female in the my workstation in campus C, so I can uh lunch together with my coworker. So it's so sad for
Oh, it's really stressful. Oh, poor you.
Can you give opinion how to make working environment more comfortable, especially in working cooperation?
From my point of view, I think you need to walk around, no, walk to a building Semen Indonesia in UISI because there's a lot of female here and there's what is it? And you need to walk around I think you need to walk around occasionally because your office is near a farm, right? It makes
Of
your
course,
mind,
of
your
course,
mind,
every day I walk around the farm.
it makes your mind relax.
Yes, but in my workstation, I'm alone
Or,
because the other department staff is on the farm.
oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I think you really need to come often to a building because there's a lot of female here. Well,
Oh, well, thank you for your suggestion, Miss Sarah.
yeah, you too, Miss Ita. Bye.
Yes, thank you.
Miss Ita actually missed someone to gossip about.
He's alone
She said,
there.
yeah, I don't have a friend for lunch. And what do you do? You can just have anybody for lunch, but the one to talk to gossip to is usually a female friend, so a female colleague. Miss Ita, I hope there will be a solution for you, just like Miss Hanifa, the loners. Okay.
Yes, but our building is too far.
From others.
Yes, it's about 2 kilometers, maybe.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, well, probably somebody will be a new colleague for you, a female colleague.
I hope
Let's
so,
hope so.
Miss Teti.
Okay. So thank you so much, Miss Sarah and Miss Ita. By the way, Miss Ita, I already talked about this to Miss Rani. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Uh-huh. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Got it. So make me feel comfortable. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Got it. There you go. Thank you, Miss Ita. I hope Mr. Johan has finished with his phone call. Mr. Johan, have you finished? It seems not. Okay then. Miss Jaja, unfortunately, we have to pen your conversation because it seems that Mr. Johan is not ready. So let's go to the next activity. If you take a look at this, we are going to fill in the blanks with the expressions that you have learned in the previous part. So what do you think is number one? I'm not going to play the audio. I'm going to ask you to guess instead. What do you think?
That interesting.
That's interesting. Oh, Mr. Johan is back. The
Just
moment.
now.
Okay, just now. Okay. Before we go to this one then, because you already practiced. Mr. Johan, would you like to do the conversation with Miss Chacha now?
Okay, okay, Miss.
Okay.
Hi, Chacha. How's life?
Hello, Mr. John. I'm fine. What about you?
I'm fine too. How was your coworkers?
They are supportive and friendly, so it makes more fun. And what do you think about your college, Mr. Johan?
They are supportive and collaborative. I'm interested in my job and my colleague here.
What's your opinion about collaborative work?
I'd say it works well. In my department, there are so many sections, such as academic staff, librarian, and laboratory staff. We have graduation event last time, and it works well.
Wow, that's good. Thank you, Mr. Johan. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Chacha and Mr. Johan. I didn't hear a suggestion for a less stressful life at work though. So nothing at all. It's not stressful. It's not, just to make it fun.
Oh no, miss. I think
No.
it more challenging, not until stressful.
Okay, so there you go. That's from Mr. Johan and Miss Chacha. Two things, Miss Chacha. It is colleagues with the g sound instead of j sound. So it's different from college with the j sound, but this is colleague. G.
Colleague.
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 Got it.
Oh.
So it's colleague. Also, Mr. Johan, it sounds very similar, but there's actually a difference between event and event. Event. Can you hear the difference? The correct pronunciation is actually event. So it's not.
I think I'm still confused.
Okay.
What is even and event?
I'm going to share the sound. Hang on a second. If you take a look at this, the sound is actually instead of e. This is the e sound. It goes like this, but this is the sound. See, event. So it's not event or event, but it's actually event. This one is different from the e here. This is this is e. Event, event.
So graduation event.
Got it.
Event. Oh, okay. Okay, miss.
Graduation event. It's not event or what else? The other one. Yeah, event. So it's event. It's very small, very little, but sometimes native speakers goes like, what event? They go confused from the and the e. Okay, just the very small thing. Okay, so back to this one. We are going to guess the conversation in this part. What do you think? Number one. So we can choose what day to come. You can also take the points from here. Let's try. Yes, Miss Hanifa?
I'm interested in.
I'm interested in, not quite. You need to change the words. It is stating interest, but you cannot say I'm interested in.
That's interesting.
There you go. Thank you. That's interesting. So we can choose what day to come. That's interesting. Well, usually there are days when employees have to come. So how about this one?
What's your opinion about that?
I
So
think
What do you think about it?
okay, what do you think about it? What's your opinion about it? Thank you. We have, that's interesting. And then this one, what's your opinion about it? What do you think about it? Okay. How about number 3?
I think
As far as I'm concerned,
Got it. So you already changed the expressions. You can use I think or as far as I'm concerned, in my point of view. Okay. It's not a common practice here. I know it'll be a big change to our day-to-day activities. And then
I strongly believe.
I strongly believe. Why not? Thank you. I'll put that. I strongly believe. Okay. I strongly believe. And then number 5, it will save us from commuting. There you go. Number 5 is saving us from commuting. That will positively affect on productivity.
What do you think?
Asking more about opinions. So what do you think?
do you
What's your
think?
opinion about it? This is the same. I'm going to put what do you think here? And then number 6.
From my point of view,
From my point of view. Okay. You can also say, I must say. I have to say, I must say. I'll take that. I must say. And the last one. But blah, blah, blah.
but we'd say.
But we'd say, not quite. It's
As
another.
far as
Okay, I'll take that. As far as I'm concerned,
sorry.
the director, yes. Got it. So previously, Mr. Johan and Miss Rani have volunteered to read the conversation. I need 2 other people to practice, not to practice, to read this conversation. Anyone? Should I choose? Oh, okay. It seems that nobody wants to volunteer. I'm going to choose then. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch tiger by the toe. Miss Sarah, are you ready?
Yes, Jane.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch tiger by the toe. Okay. And Miss Yus, are you there? Or is I think Miss Yus is still in the meeting. So I'll go with Miss Amel. Are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Okay, then go ahead, Miss Amel and Miss Sarah.
Well, I'm Jake. Sorry, Miss Amel.
Yeah.
I'm Jake.
Yeah,
Okay. uh, In, I've heard that the directors are planning to implement flexi place.
like place.
It's a working system in which employees don't have to work at the office every day.
So you can choose what day to come. That's interesting.
Well, usually there are days when employees have to come. So what about it? What about it?
As far as I'm concerned, it is not a common practice here.
I know it will be a big change to our day-to-day activities.
I strongly believe it will for employees in the company. It will save for commuting that will positively affect on productivity. What do you think?
I must say, I'd rather work at the office because my home internet connection is not really supportive.
But as far as I'm concerned, the directors will ask our opinions before implementing it.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Amel and Miss Sarah. There you go. Here we talked about implementing flexi place. Now we are going to have a real discussion about flexi place. So I'll give you 1 minute for you to think about your own opinion. What do you think? Do you want to have a flexi place where you can actually go in and go off the office? And why do you think it will be better for your choice? If you want work at the office, why do you think so? If you want to have a flexi place where you can choose, why do you think so? Okay, I'll give 1 minute for you to form your opinion. Okay, I will be the moderator. But feel free if you want to interrupt your colleague. However, we are going to interrupt nicely, so please uh, state something like, excuse me for interrupting. Okay, so if you feel that you need to interrupt your colleague's explanation about their opinion. Okay, so we are going to talk about having a flexi place for our workplace. What do you think, Miss Ita? Would you like to stay working at the office, or would you like to have that flexi place option?
I prefer flexible place for working because it can avoid boredom. But in 1 week, in my opinion, uh, in just 3 days, I can working in workplace and 2 days in my home, in my house.
I see. Thank you, Miss Ita. Miss Hanifa, do you share the same opinion as Miss Ita, or do you have a different opinion?
I have a different opinion. Miss Ita. When I give option flex place, I must say rather choose work at office because there are no interruption or maybe no apa ya what do you say, banyak gangguan, distraction, so we have a focus on our job maybe rather than in flex place because I think I can work with many noises and disturb thing. I think so.
I see. Thank you for sharing your opinion, Miss Hanifa.
Thank you.
Miss Chacha, what do you think? Do you agree with Miss Ita or Miss Hanifa?
I have the same option as Miss Ita. I think it's more comfortable, more flexible. I can do things. Mm, I can do things. Can do positive things. Together.
Miss Chacha?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so you think you prefer the flexi option for your work?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Chacha. Miss Miss Amel, what do you think?
I think about this place, it will be more challenging for us to coordinating or meeting our colleagues to do our job because we don't see them directly. For example, like we have to just check if there is flexi place, kind of.
So you actually prefer working at the office all the time?
I guess.
Okay.
Both flexi place or not, I guess I feel that have pleasantness.
I see. Thank you, Miss Amel. Miss Rani, do you share the same opinion as Miss Amel that you need to see your colleagues' faces for interactions?
Yes, absolutely. I same opinion with Miss Amel because for my job text is laboratory at process operation chemical engineering operation. So the practical tools at the office, if we doing flexi time, so I have to make another plan to student make their practicum at home. So I just prefer to student can practical POTK at the lab.
They can do their practice in the lab. Okay.
Yes, of course.
So because Ms. Rani actually deals straight with students. That's why she prefers the face-to-face interaction. Thank you, Miss Rani. Miss Miss Honey. From Rani to Honey. So sorry, Miss Honey. How about you? What do you
Yeah.
think?
I think I need flexi place because some kind of my jobs are need a quiet place to work actually. So flexi place is good option.
It's also less stressful for you, perhaps, when you have a flexi
Yes,
option.
in here very so many transaction. I think.
I see. So it's noisy and crowded. Mr. Johan,
Yes.
you also work in the lab. What do you think? Do you share Miss Rani's opinion?
Miss Hani or Miss Rani?
Miss Rani's
Oh, Miss Rani.
opinion. Mm-mm.
I think I agree with Miss Rani for my laboratory job. I must say it's better to work from office because there are many experiments that should be done here directly, so the student can be more understand about the task.
I see. So both of you who work in the lab, you think it's better to have the office all the time. Okay. Miss Sarah, what do you think?
I think I prefer Miss Ita opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I
Lexi.
strongly, yeah, flexi place. I strongly believe it is necessary. It's really good idea, but instead of they choosing a day to come, we what is it? We come every day, but for half day.
Oh, I
I think
see.
it's really what is it? Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so instead of
It's a half
choosing
day instead.
half day, okay, got
Mm-mm.
it. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your opinions so far. Our discussion have the same people choosing for flexi space and same people choosing for office space. So four people chose to have flexi options, and four people chose to have the office option all the time. I think Miss Hughes is still having a meeting, so I'm not going to ask her. Uh, we are having a fruitful discussion today with our flexi and office space. Uh, I do agree though with Miss Ita. I prefer, not to mean that Miss Sarah's option is bad, but I think if you still go to the office, you still need to prepare. So that takes time. When you work at home, you can actually have less preparation to go to the office. So instead of having a half day at the office, I prefer to have full day um, at home. But then again, it's uh, people's options, people's opinion. So perhaps like Mr. Johan and Miss Rani, because they work in the lab, it's always better to go to the office. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. We have some pictures. Okay, there you go. What do you think about these things at the office? There's a nap pot where you can actually sleep and take a nap during the office hour, and then table soccer, foosball, or lunch walk, or bringing your pet at work. Please choose one of the pictures and state your opinion about it. And then you also need to tell whether you want that to be implemented or not, and why not or why yes. For example, I would love to have pet at work, but because pet, I have cats as my pets. However, I don't think that's applicable because my pets are so demanding. They would distract me from having a focused job, having a straight focus on my job. They would want to be petted all the time, although they are making me less stressful. But in the end, I don't think I can do my work 100%. I can give 100% to my work with having a pet at work? Okay, so we have nap pot, table soccer, lunch walk, pet at work. Okay. Does anybody want to volunteer? As usual, I'm asking for volunteers.
Me, Miss Tete.
Okay, go ahead then. Miss Ita.
I choose Nepot because I don't have pet and I don't like soccer, of course. And as you know, I don't have a partner to lunch walk because I'm only female in my workstation. Mm, and I think with Netpot I can relax my body and so my mind after stressful working hour. That's
How,
my opinion.
how long do you think you need a nap in the middle of your work, Miss Ita?
Maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
It's enough for me.
Ooh, okay, there you go. 30 minutes in the pot for Miss Ita. Thank you, Miss Ita, for your opinion. Others? Okay, Mr. Johan, go ahead.
I would love to have a nepot because my room is separated from another building, so I don't have any rest. What is it? Not rest? Place for rest. So when I have so much work, I take a rest. I just take my head on my desk. So I think I really need the nap pod.
I see. Oh, but you do have your own space, right, Mr. Johan? Your own room?
Yes, my
Mm.
room, but it's so close with another, and there is some chemicals around that the smell is not so good. So I think I need rest.
I see. So it will also be a very quiet place at the nap pod, in the nap pod. Okay,
Yes.
thank you for your opinion, Mr. Johan. Others? Miss Jus is back. Miss Hanifa, Miss Hani, Miss Rani, Miss Amel, Miss Chacha. What do you think? Would you like to have one of these?
I'll go with lunch walk.
Lunch walk. You don't have anyone in your department, Miss Hanifa.
But I like to do that with another with colleague in another department.
I see.
Every week, we do the lunch walk in Friday or on Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah, just like to engaging ourselves with other department. Of course, about job and our what do you say? Our maybe project collaboration and whatever. Maybe just fun. I think it's an interesting idea to create a stressful office environment.
I see.
Thank you.
Why must it be on Friday though?
Because we have 2 hours of break time.
Pardon? Sorry?
We have 2 hours of break time.
Oh, what? Oh, Friday prayer.
So, yes, long time for break.
Okay. So that's why it's always on Friday. Got it. Thank you for that, Miss Hanifa. I need one more person to volunteer. Anyone? Ching ching. Nobody wants to volunteer. Okay, I'm going to choose then. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch tiger by the toe. Miss Honey.
Oh my God. Think I choose pet at work because lately I feeding pet uh, in uh, out of office, in office. I think um, feeding pet um makes my mind refresh, more refresh. But the animal must be cute
The animals
because
must be, pardon?
must be
Sorry, Miss Honey.
I
Your
think cute.
voice. Oh, cute. Okay, must be cute. But they are not your pets, right? They're just animals, stray cats or something like that.
cute animal.
Oh, but you don't actually bring them from home.
No,
No. Got it.
I need
You feed those animals at work. Hey, nice one.
yes.
Okay. So there you go. Yeah, sometimes having animals at work, whether it's our own pet or just straight animal, straight. Hang on. Okay, straight animal. Hewan yang tersesat. Okay, straight. No, they are not actually tersesat, but they don't have owners. So straight animals come to our place. It's such a nice thing to have at the office. Thank you so much, everyone, for your opinion. Uh, we haven't done this practice 4, but it is basically the same as the one that you did in your breakout room. So you actually talk about encouraging dynamic environment or giving opinions about having a non-stressful workplace. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to end the session here. If you have any questions, I would be glad to answer your questions, maybe about the topic that we have today or just English in general.
Miss, I wanna ask.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Johan.
We know that we have learned about English for many years. So, is there any tips for us how to speak confidently or what? Because I think the most, what is it, difficult thing is about speaking in English.
Yeah. Just as in when you're learning any other language, the best thing that you can do to improve your confidence in speaking is to actually speak it. That's why short courses like this is a great way for you to enhance your confidence. Like I'm very sure, well, like from hearing your conversations, uh, from hearing you speaking, you all have very good English, very good basic in English. However, sometimes that confidence is what we need more. And courses like this is actually the time for you to build that confidence to speak. I would also suggest to have English day at work. So if you don't mind, probably like once a week on Tuesday or Wednesday, when things are uh, very busy or very difficult, because usually Tuesday and Wednesday is the hump day. You actually speak English and see how well you cope with the language during stressful time. So usually when it's stressful time, we refer to our Indonesian. Ah, mas aku gak ngerti, mas aku pusing, mas. Oh ya, Mbak, oh, gini. That's when you actually challenge yourself to speak English and to build your confidence to speak English more with a difficult situation. So, Mr. Johan, I suggest that you have an English day at work, probably with your students. Why not? Just challenge them. They would go, they would probably appreciate it when you actually talk to them in English sometimes. Maybe, I don't know. Just try it. Why not? And they will have the shock and probably surprised, happy. Why are you speaking in English? But it will definitely add the confidence to speak English. If I may tell a short story, may I? This is already past the time, but if I may tell a short story, this is a story about an expat who lives in Japan. So when he first came to Japan, when he sit in the train, he could read, like, for his commute, it takes about 10 minutes, and he could read actually 10 pages of book. And then by the time of 1 year, when he was in Japan, he could only read 1 page of book for that 10-minute commute. Do you know the reason why? Because he actually listened more to what people say instead of concentrating on the book. When he just came to Japan, he didn't know anything that they said, so he could concentrate more on his reading. But by the time he reached 1 year of staying there, he got to be very confident with his Japanese, and he actually listened, not really listening, like, not really, but just listening quietly to what people say, and it all immersed in him, so he could understand it clearly. And that's what you actually need to do with your colleagues as well. Just immerse yourself in that conversation in English. Okay, that's the best advice that I can give to you, Mr. Johan.
Thank you, May.
Okay, just immerse yourself. Just do yeah, a 1 day English day at work, or whatever that you have. Push yourself to be that English speaker. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the session here. Are there any more questions? No? Okay, I'm going to end the session here. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope to meet you again next week. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Ya,
Salam.
Waalaikumsalam.